Alright everybody, so in today's video we are going to be doing a speculation and discussion about Prehistoric Kingdom's roster at launch. Now, there is a lot of other news surrounding Prehistoric Kingdom right now that came out last week through the live stream, and I would talk about it. I was originally planning on talking about it, but because so many other people already have, there's really no point for me to do that. So in this video we are just going to talk about the roster, as that kind of stuff matters to me. It's exciting to talk about what kind of creatures we can expect. And a lot of things have been said about the roster. So much has been put out there in terms of news, including on the website itself, so we are going to look at all of it, and I'm going to propose to you guys my theory about the roster. And you guys can let me know what you think about it. Let's not waste any time, let's just go ahead and jump right into this. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and begin by talking about what we previously knew about the roster and what we know now. So for years, as this game was in development, Blue Meridian, which I believe is the name of the company making the game, they have proposed an original 50. And as the years of this game being in development, they have been showing those 50, right? So we've come to know, expect, and maybe even love a little bit these original 50 creatures. People were expecting this. Many people were set in this 50. And then last week, many things were changed about the 50. Creatures we know have been cut, creatures, many of which are being pushed back, and only a select few are now going to be at launch. It was all subject to change. It always is until a game is official. Until it's officially out there, everything is subject to change, but we saw each of these creatures be changed through the devlogs. We saw them go through different renderings and models and all this stuff, and everyone was under the impression that this was the 50. And that is not the case anymore, at least not entirely. Again, creatures are being pushed back, others are coming up front, and certain ones are being cut. So, we're just going to go ahead and talk about what each of those are. I'm not going to go through all the species, obviously, but creatures that have been cut, well, we know a couple months ago it was made clear that, and I believe this was through the devlogs, I've seen many people brought it up, but creatures like Nothorhynchus, Tenotosaurus, Thescelosaurus, and Sauropelta were cut from the game. Now that means that they either could be pushed back, but because they were cut, I think they are like gone. Of course, I could be wrong, and take it with a grain of salt. We could still get them one day as a post creature, but they are at least cut. I'm fairly certain. And then, of course, the rest of them that we are not getting at launch, those are going to come through, they've already said, post updates, right? So we're going to get them for free through updates after the game launches, and that is fair. That is fine. Now, the reason why they're doing all this is because they are trying to go more quality over quantity. It's obvious. The game has always been more quality over quantity in terms of building and everything else surrounding the dinosaurs, but now the dinosaurs themselves, the actual roster, is going more quality than quantity. They are taking more time to make these select few creatures better and pushing aside the other ones so they can work on them later. And I like that, I do. And all this was talked about in the live stream, and as I said, I'm not going to bring up the live stream because everyone else already has. There's no point in me doing that. I'm just here to talk about the creatures. So through the live stream, they also made it clear that the game is going to launch with 22 species, divided amongst 3 groups: dinosaurs, mammals, and mini exhibits. In just a moment, we are going to go onto the website where everything officially is and take a look at everything, speculate, and I will pose my theory. So yeah, we went from expecting 50 to 22, and of those 22, we're not even sure what we're going to get. A lot has changed, and I am bummed out about this, as many people are. Changes happen, and until the game's official, everything is subject to change, but it's just how it works. Let's go ahead and shift onto the website. Alright, here we are on the website. Now, the website has gone through an update. It looks great, it's more modern. I'd really recommend checking it out for yourself so you can see it. What I like about all of this is it kind of shows the game in its final phase. Like, the game has gone through so many phases. This is it. This is the final one as it heads towards Q2 in 2021. But anyway, though, so they have added the Animals tab, and this shows all 22, even if most of them are a mystery. So we're going to go through each one. Of course, as I said, it was mixed up between dinosaurs, mammals, and mini exhibits. Starting with dinosaurs. So of the 17, because there are 17, 3, 2, which adds up to 22. The 6 dinosaurs revealed so far are Dinocheirus, and yes, that's how I pronounce it. It's fine how I pronounce it. Other people in the past video were correcting me on that, but I really don't care. Lambeosaurus, Triceratops, Styracosaurus, Triceratops, and of course Tyrannosaurus Rex. Those are all great, really are, but we still have 11 more that are a mystery. Now really, they're actually not that much of a mystery. It's really, really obvious what these other 11 are. It's not just a coincidence that there are 11 missing and 11 more shown in the trailer. I am really, really certain that all the dinosaurs shown, all the creatures shown in the trailer that we just got recently, are the ones that we are getting at launch. It's pretty obvious, or that would be false advertisement. Why would they show, for example, Lambeosaurus in the trailer if we weren't going to get it? But we are, and because someone could see Lambeosaurus in the trailer and be like, all right, I'm going to buy the game for Lambeosaurus, and then it's not there, and that's false advertisement. I mean, of course, it's still subject to change, but let's face it, all the creatures in that trailer are going to be at launch, and if that is the case, which we are going to assume for the rest of this video, then we know the rest. We do. So I'm going to go through all the creatures, all the rest of the dinosaurs shown in that trailer that will fit the other 11 spots here. So I have them all listed here so I can remember them. We're going to start with the sauropods. There were 3 sauropods shown in the trailer, and they are Argentinosaurus, Brachiosaurus, Camarasaurus, and then there are 2 more hadrosaurs shown, Parasaurolophus, Edmontosaurus, and then 5 unique species of herbivore, Dryosaurus, Statacosaurus, Protoceratops, Ankylosaurus, and Stegosaurus. They were all in the trailer. And yes, even the Ankylosaurus, it wasn't obvious, but it was there, I spotted it. And then lastly, the only other carnivore, Torvasaurus. That's it. I am fairly certain that that is what the other 11 are. It lines up perfectly. That is what we should expect. Now, of course, take all this with a grain of salt. I could be completely wrong. All this can change. In fact, they could change the number. It could be more than 22. I don't think it is. They've kind of made it official. We are getting 22, but the trailer doesn't lie. This is most likely it. The other 11. And if you just look at everything, it makes sense. There's a pattern. There are 3 ceratopsians, 3 hadrosaurs, 3 sauropods, and then a few unique herbivores. Dinocheirus, Statacosaurus, Protoceratops, Stegosaurus. Those are all unique to themselves. And we will get the others of their groups later on. Like, we will get more Stegosaurids later, we will get more Ankylosaurids later, and then, of course, creatures like Statacosaurus, Dinocheirus, they're just unique. It feels like a healthy list if we didn't know originally there were more, but it's cool. I do like all these creatures. There is one issue I have, and that is we only will get 2 carnivores. And again, we are assuming for the rest of this video that these are the other 11. And as I said, only 2 carnivores. Does that feel right? Will people feel satisfied with that? Only getting Tyrannosaurus Rex and Torvasaurus at launch? I think that's the case. Now, keep in mind that all these creatures, all the rest that we're missing, will be added through post-update, and I will not be surprised if the post creatures will be added shortly after. It makes sense. In fact, most of these creatures seem to be done already. So because we saw all these creatures being done, why would they just throw them away from the time from here to when it launches? I'm pretty certain that all these creatures we've seen fully developed, I mean, maybe they're not fully developed, but they're mostly developed, I'm pretty sure we wouldn't see them be scrapped. So this is most likely it. This is most likely the other 11, and I don't think it's going to change, which again is a bummer. But I think because most of these creatures are done, from here to then, they have more time to work on post creatures. So instantly, right after launch, we can get more carnivores, more mammals, more just herbivores, whatever. More creatures because they have the time to do that right now. Unless they are going to take these 17 dinosaurs and bring them even further in development. I don't know, but there's a chance of that. And if they do that, then they still have time to do more creatures for post-launch right away. We'll just have to wait and see. But let me know if you agree with these 11 other creatures. I feel fairly certain that this is the full roster. Whether you think it's good or not, this is most likely it. It's pretty obvious. Now, the only thing that does keep this theory from being true is Triceratops. Triceratops would be the only creature here that wasn't shown in the trailer, but that could just be... That could have just happened because it happened. Maybe they tried to fit it into the trailer, or maybe it was in there, I just didn't see it. But it's the only one I didn't see, but all the rest makes sense. They were all in the trailer. I'm pretty certain we will get them. Anyway, though, so we've talked about dinosaurs. Still lots to speculate there, if I'm not right, but if I am, so be it. Moving on, we have mammals. Now, we are only getting 3 mammals, as you can see. Coelodontia, mammoths, woolly mammoth, and Smilodon. Of course, we saw all those in the trailer, so again, that continues with my theory that what we saw in the trailer is what we're getting. This is again a bummer. We went from expecting 10 to just 3. Now, of course, those other 7 will most likely be added either shortly or some long time after through updates. I certainly hope so. I am bummed that we will not be getting Megatherium, Paratherium, Megaloceros, Hyenodon, all those I was really excited for. And it's a shame that we'll have to at least wait longer or potentially never get them. But at least the 3 we got through the trailer looked amazing. If this is the kind of way they're going with mammals, then we know that they can make some seriously good mammals. Cannot wait to see what else they do as time goes on, but you know, again, just I really wish they, from now to then, will choose to include more at launch. I think they can. I trust that these creatures. I trust that each one of these creatures will be amazing within themselves. Because again, quality over quantity. But let me know what you guys think of only getting 3 mammals at launch. Are you okay with that? Do you want more, or are you happy to wait for others if these creatures are going to be more developed? There's not a whole lot else we can say about this. These are just the official 3. No less, no more. It's just how it is. Now we move on to the last section, mini exhibits. Now, before I say anything about the mini exhibits, let's just read the definition they have here. Specialized housing facilities are required to keep these animals safe and happy in the park. Purchasable habitats like the mini aviary are designed to meet all requirements of its tiny occupants. So these are essentially placeable, I know they said in the live stream, very customizable little exhibits that will contain small forms of prehistoric creature, obviously that being Microraptor and something else. Now this is the only creature that we're talking about that I really just have no freaking clue. Again, we speculated about the 11 dinosaurs we're missing, and we already know all the mammals. What is this last mini exhibit? It could be anything. It could be another mini aviary, or it could be, for some reason, I am picturing like a pool, so when you go to a zoo, you see a stingray pool. Something here with Prehistoric Kingdom. It could be a small form of prehistoric arthropod of some kind. It could be anything, or again, it could be another mini aviary, Archaeopteryx. I have to look up others again, but could be anything. But we do know we're gonna get one more mini exhibit. And we have absolutely no frigging clue what that'll be, so let me know what you guys think. It could be anything. Again, I suspect something aquatic or semi-aquatic based. We'll just have to wait and see. At least from what I have seen, and I'm going to again refer to the live stream, they said that these are placeable, but they're super customizable. And the creatures are going to have a lot of looped animations. It'll be kind of like the aviary in Jurassic Evolution, but even better. Again, more customization and more looped animations so that it looks more fluent and more real, and I'm happy with that. Based on the trailer and based on what we've seen, the Microraptor looks great. It really does. So I trust that this will become a bigger thing on the game. As time goes on, we will get more mini exhibits with more unique and small creatures, and that could be their only way of ever giving us like aquatic or avian creatures, or maybe one day, as I said, they'd like to try it. That may or may not happen, but this could be it. And I'm happy with it. I am. I like having Microraptor. That's really cool. And I hope we'll get more unique creatures. I'm picturing like small amphibians. I am picturing like crustaceans or something freaky like Arthropleura or maybe even Anomalocaris. Anything weird and interesting and small fits these kind of exhibits. I love it. This is a cool step in having a proper zoo, proper prehistoric zoo, because just like real zoos, you have your big animals and you have your small ones. So there you have, everybody. That is the 22 so far, even if technically 12 of them are still a mystery, but as I said, this 11, fairly obvious, and you don't have to agree with me. You could think that all these are other ones that weren't in the trailer, but again, let's be honest here, they most likely are the other 11 in the trailer. Why wouldn't they be? But anyway, though, I don't have a whole lot else to say. I just wanted to bring up the roster. I wanted to discuss it, summarize it, and I want to hear your guys' opinion. So please, in the comments down below, let me know, do you think these other 11 are the ones I proposed? What do you think of only having 3 mammals? And what do you think this last mini exhibit will be? We'll just have to wait and see. But anyway, though, for the last time, thank you so much for watching this video. Check out my Discord if you want to talk about Prehistoric Kingdom and Planet Zoo. It's in the description down below. And I will talk with you guys all in the next one. Goodbye.